I'm about to tell you 5 awesome date ideas to take any girl on, and we're starting right now. This is Jim with SeductionUnleashed.com, helping you unleash your best with women and beyond. And if it's your first time to this channel and you're interested in dating, relationships, self-improvement, and motivational content, start now by hitting that subscribe and bell notification so you don't miss anything. Number 1, that's right, coffee. Coffee, motherfuckers. You didn't see that coming, did you? Well, you probably did. But this right here is primarily for first dates. My personal favorite for me, because I'm gonna be honest, I'm not about to spend a lot of money or go out of my way to do something over the top for a girl that I don't really know. So coffee is perfect. Maybe some of us, we have the idea of going for something like drinks. Drinks are fine too. Drinks can be casual too, of course. Drinks you could argue are preferred, but for me, I don't even necessarily want to invest in that much. Coffee is just so low investment for me, and it's really casual. And honestly, if you're charming, it doesn't really matter where you are. Also, side note, if you do plan on taking a girl to coffee, consider these next dates as possible options if it does go well. Number 2, go to an arcade bar or have some lunch, and go to an arcade bar. Now, for me, I don't know, I'm a bit of a nerd, so this is kind of something I really relate to. Like for me, I don't really like dates where you aren't being proactive. Like I don't really like going to the movies unless it's a really shitty movie and we're gonna be the only ones there and I plan on doing some things. Other than that, I like things that were just proactive. Like I love games. Like I like going to a place where I could just shoot a basketball player, air hockey, or shoot darts, or whatever the case is. Things that are proactive. It leads to a lot of situations that bring laughs, that have good energy, and it's different. It's something memorable. She's gonna remember something really unique and fun. Like if you beat her ass in NBA Jam, like she's gonna remember that. She's gonna remember how you jade her with Larry Bird for the rest of the week, and hopefully how you jade a pussy later on that night. On to number 3. This one's next level. This is some shit you may have not have considered. Now, I know for some of us, this may not be an option because we're just not around the city. But for those of you in a city, lucky enough, I've been noticing lately there have been these VR bars, or rather like these VR game stations that have been opening up like around the city. Like in New York City, there's now a couple places where you can literally go with some people or go by yourself or whatever the case and go and play VR games, like virtual reality. And I think that's like completely fucking sick. Like that's something that would have never been a thought 10 years ago. To me, I've never tried VR. So this is something that's been on my bucket list. Let's face it, a lot of people still haven't. There's a good chance she hasn't. And something like that, I don't even need to tell you how awesome that's gonna be and how memorable that's gonna be. And all those emotions, those intense emotions that have been created, let's be honest, it's gonna end up being associated to you regardless. Just like if you hear a horrible song and it's during a time of great times, guess what? Years later, when you hear that song, even though it's horrible, you're gonna feel happy because it's gonna instantly take you back to that time. Even if it's something super lame, like the Backstreet Boys or some shit. You might hear that shit. You might hear Oops, I Did It Again by Britney Spears and be like, damn, missed the 90s. On top of that, there's so many opportunities for jokes and little just moments of humor that it's really limitless. Number 4, casual lunch followed by a rooftop bar. Now this is something that's a little more for people in the city again, but if you have the opportunity, look up in your area if there's any rooftop bars. That shit is really cool, especially like in a place like New York City. There's a lot of cool rooftop bars. It's to be honest, it's not even something that's that crazy, but it is crazy in a sense because the view is just awesome. It just seems like something that's so high value and fun, even though it's not that big of a deal. We tend to just forget because we're down there on the ground. We're not walking around, so we kind of forget. But look up in your local area for rooftop bars. It's really awesome. Number 5, drinks followed by board game night. This is a cool way to possibly help you close a girl. It's not going to seal the deal, obviously, if you have no connection with her. It's not a magic trick, but this is a cool, awesome way to get a girl back to your house in a fun way. Say you're out having drinks with friends and, you know, a girl and her friends. You can easily be like, yo, let's go back to my house. You know, I have music and some drinks and Twister and some cool board games. Like, shit like that when people are drinking, a lot of the times the little things that we had fun with as kids are like twice as fun now. This is also just a cool way to interact with a girl. Honestly, if you play Twister with the girl, it's gonna be fun. You might end up in positions that, you know, you're not gonna necessarily regret later. So if you dig that video and you want to see more on dating, relationships, self-improvement, and motivational content, hit that subscribe and bell notification. And remember, until next time, unleash your best, and confidence is bred by competence. Peace.